Alrighty. Life Path 8. Getting down to the wire here. So, Life Path number 8. If, in case you haven't watched any other, Life Path number readings that I've done, if you have, you're cheating, because you're supposed to watch yours only, not somebody else's. But if you do it, okay, whoop-de-woo. And just like the other ones, everybody gets a basic Celtic cross spread. I call out what I see. I'm not one of those readers that's like, oh, overly positive. No. Because if that's the case, there's no point in doing this, because this is really supposed to open your eyes to think, okay, this is what's going on. I need to know what's going on when I'm facing against. Because the last thing you want to do is go in for like World War IV against something that was like a little wolf from like a role-playing game that takes like 2 hits to kill. Yeah, you kind of overkilled it. But everyone gets a kill to cross. I call it what I say. If something has to be investigated, I will be investigating in it. If I feel like it has to, or if I get guidance from any of the astral beings that I work with, I'll take their advice and go with it. So Life Path number 8. Well, we have our first card. Come here. Current position for Life Path number 8, we have the Star. And by the way, before I forget, someone's like, what deck is that? The deck I'm using is the Thelma Tarot. And the Thelma Tarot, I believe, translated from Greek, is intention, I believe. But having your current position as the Star, since you're starting out as the Star, you may have a wish that you're wanting to fulfill, or you're having lots of thoughts of planning on a wish to come true. But also, it being the card of Aquarius. Yes, I'm going to put a zodiac sign in this one, and the other one's, oh no, whatever. Aquarius is able to have one foot on Earth and another foot in the motions in water. So that way, they're able to see both sides of the physical and the astral side. So possibly you're in a position where you're taking insight from both physical and astral to contemplate on something, or you have a wish that you are just wishing for and you're hoping with all your nook and cranny to come true. But also, this Star, looking at it, you notice how that big 1 star is back there? I'm getting that this wish of yours is coming in hot, because since it's that bright and it's that big, coming right for the figure, looks like your wish is coming in hot. So be prepared for it. It might hit you upside the head, and you'll be like, what the heck was that for? Oh, it's my wish. Whatever. You're encountering, or what crosses you, or what challenges you, or what you encounter, possibly from this wish, is the Devil. Now, when people see the Devil card, people are like, oh my god, that means I get possessed? That means is something bad's going to happen? No. No. Stop that. Okay, on the positive side, having the Devil as what you're encountering of the Star is that your wish, well, for one, may cause something that you have been wishing for a lot, and you haven't been paying attention to your your other means of life, of like living day by day or whatnot. Or what you're wanting is something that's very active, if you know what I'm getting at. But also, just like what I say with everything with the Devil card is a vice. A vice is something that brings you pleasure and excess of it. Alcohol, tobacco, anything that makes you feel really good and it may be deemed bad, that's a vice. But ultimately, there's nothing wrong with enjoying a vice. There's nothing wrong with it. However, though, excuse me, with every vice, you have to have control, discipline, and understanding when, okay, I've had enough. Because if you can do that and be like, okay, I've had enough cigarettes today, I've drank enough beers today, I played enough of my video game vice, that's me, that's a big one for me. I've had my limit, I'm going to stop and go do something elsewhere. So possibly what your challenge is, involving your wish, is that you have to understand how to be more disciplined and focus on your current state of being, rather than obsessing and wishing for this wish to come to you. Because if you keep obsessing and wishing over it and becoming addicted to it to come about, you're going to be stuck in fairyland, and you never know when it's going to come around and hit you upside the head because you're stuck in fairyland. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, the devil card is not bad. It's not evil. It's not, oh my gosh, Lucifer's going to do S&M with me. No, don't. No. Absolutely not. It's just a warning, and it's also indicating you could have some fun, but have fun responsibly. You can always have fun, but being smart at the same time too. Even if you have to be the one that's the designated driver, or the one that's not intoxicated, and the one being aware and able to respond like, okay, something's not good, we need to get this fixed. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's the more adult and more grown-up way of handling things, rather than be like, oh, she's drunk and she had like 20 Jaeger bombs and now she's vomiting on the floor. No, don't be that person. Be the bigger person and the more evolved person. The cause of this, the fool, because, well, this is all going on because of an idiot. I'm just messing. So, well, because of, having a wish and you're obsessing about it, it's because of having an opportunity that you feel you have unbound wishes for, and you have all the potential in the world. And to be technical, according to the law of probability, you are correct. You have infinite potential, but you also have a very small percentage of a chance of a whale landing on your head in any given moment. That's the law of probability. Yep. So if anything's possible, but the percentages is pretty low. But you never know. You never know what's going to happen when you step outside and all of a sudden a Pegasus comes down and just slaps you in the face with his wing. You never know. What's behind you, what you've conquered, or what you have moved away from, or what's backing you up. We have the Ace of Wands back there. So probably, you have a great passion or a great drive for a wish, and believing you have infinite potential with this stick. It pushed you to grant you for a new wish to come about. But unfortunately, because, we have the good old devil right there, being all, oh, I'm going to be making you nasty. You kind of got to learn how to device it. Like, detach from the vice to a point where, like, okay, I've set my focus, and I've pushed it out, and I've attended to it. Now I need to worry about something else. Because this new passion of yours, it's flaming. And that's coming from me for saying flaming. So yeah. There's nothing wrong with constantly affirming and reinforcing, this is what I want, this is what's going to bring me a lot of passion and joy, this is what's going to make my life on fire. But I've put enough time and investment for today, I'm going to go elsewhere. What you're hoping for, or what's crowning you, we have the Ace of Cups. 2 aces, okay. So what you're hoping for is a cup that is full of emotion, or you can also put it this way, that you're also hoping for a new way of intoxication. Now let me explain this. Intoxication does not mean getting drunk. It does not mean getting high on whatever the heck you're deeming fit to get high on. It does not mean that at all. No. What it means is that it means this. Say for an example, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty. Water. I'm intoxicated because I'm seeing through the perspective of being thirsty. Okay. Drink. It's Mountain Dew. Okay, I'm not thirsty anymore. I'm now intoxicated of being satisfied of my thirst being quenched. Now I'm intoxicated like that. I take a shot of, let's see. I take a shot of pure Russian vodka. I'm intoxicated. You're intoxicated, and you're seeing through a different perspective because now you got Soviet Russia to the tongue. Now you're intoxicated. You're seeing through a new perspective. So possibly you might be looking to see through a new perspective of something, which is always good. Always wonder through other people's perspectives, so that way you can get a better understanding of the world around you. Because if you can do that, you're already more spiritually ascended than anybody that's lived. Hopefully. What's coming right for your face, or what's coming right at you, is judgment. Oh. What's coming right towards you with that devil right there is that you're going to be tested with this. You're going to be tested. You're going to see if you learned the lesson, or you got to go all the way back down to full again. Or we got to do this all over again. Start all over and try it again. Because judgment is bringing the past back up to see if you've learned. If you've learned, yay. If you haven't learned, well, go back 20 spaces. Try again. But that judgment's going to be testing your, keeping the devil on a leash. How you're viewing yourself. The Six of Cups. You're viewing yourself in a state of nostalgia, probably because of, that star, that wish, and that Ace of Wands. And you're being intoxicated because you're only seeing to that point of just like, oh, this wish of mine, I know I can have it someday. Maybe it'll happen in like 2 seconds. Maybe, just maybe. Oh, I can see it now coming down. I thought it'd be coming down faster now. And then before you know it, you've already missed 5 days of work because you're so intoxicated with that star of wishing. It's good to be in a state of nostalgia and, pure bliss. But everything has to take a minute to be like, I have hope for that. Okay, we're good. Not like, it should come down any second. And then before you know it, you have your spouse figure or reality just come and hit you upside the head. And then you're in deep crap because of the devil making you become overly dependent and intoxicated to the point where you don't do your normal responsibilities. Which is not good. How outside influence is seeing you, or beyond your physical self sees you as the sun. So your outside perspective is seeing you probably at the highest, happiest point you've been in a while, which is good, don't get me wrong. But sometimes the sun being too bright, you can, not really see where you're going, and you could probably, accidentally run into someone and make them mad. And you might be in some deep doo-doo because you got to pay for your damages and whatnot. Just as a possibility. Okay, what you're hoping and fearing for. But everybody else around you sees you as like, wow, somebody has a lot of high hopes. You're hoping and you're fearing. Hoping / fearing, or whatever is going to be deemed fit. You're hoping for the Ten of Cups, a happy family life with water pigeons. They're swans, but I like to call birds pigeons. That's what you're hoping for. Stereotypical happy family, but whatnot. But you're also fearing that such a perfect fantasy can be just demolished and taken away. Hey, you never know nowadays. So, the most likely outcome, or what is most likely to happen if you take no other action, is this one. It is the Empress. So, what is likely to happen? Okay, well, we'll just start it from square one. Let's just get all these pigeons over here real quick. Don't mind my unkept face. There we go. So let's take this up from the tippity tip top. Okay, doop 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 doop. Okay, first off, we have you having a wish and wanting something, or you're communicating with your spiritual guides or whatever, and you have a goal set in mind. And then, Mr. You better have some discipline there, young lady. You got to be learn some, discipline with that, obsessiveness you got there. Maybe, you should stop looking up, and maybe you should start looking ahead before you fall off a cliff. Then cue the fool. Because, the fool is like, I have infinite potential in the world. Fall into the pit of, humanity. All because of a new passion being found out and excited. And you're wanting to see a new perspective through it. Or you're wanting to get, a sense of happiness from it. And what is coming towards you is a test to see if you are ready for it. You're seeing yourself in a point of nostalgia. Did not know what that was. A point of nostalgia. You're seeing yourself in a nostalgia point like, perfect. And everybody else is saying, oh, wow, she's really bright. But if she doesn't turn down that flamboyant light, I'm going to be blind. Stop it. But for real, that's the thing about the Sun card. It is a happy card. It's the happiest card in the deck, and everything's so bright. All happy family, whatever. But the problem is that if you keep looking in the light, in the sunlight too long, you might not look where you're walking and face plant. You're hoping for a family life, a good 10 of Cups of emotional fulfillment, but also fearing that, it may make you have all the responsibilities, but your outcome is you're going to be queen bee, and what you're wishing for is going to be birthed into the world. Oh, that was a cracked voice. But all I can say is just keep yourself disciplined and focus on what you want for a short period, and then come back down to earth. And if you can keep that in check and keep your vices in order, or, keep your focus where it needs to be and not all going into one picnic basket, you should have absolutely no problem with whatever wish you wanted to come true. So that was for number 8. I hope you liked it. If you didn't like it, well, too bad. Life sucks. Sometimes you don't like everything, and well, maybe the next one you like. So see you guys next month for August. Wow.